Hey, Maki. What's up, Chin? Like up the stream, guys. Share out the live. Let me share it out. I'm gonna press subscribe for. Okay. Love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother. You can't have one without the other. Who remembers love? What was it called again? Oh my God, what was it called again? Can't remember that TV show there. With Al Bundy. Share out the live, guys. Yeah, today me just come raggedy. Was contemplating coming. Al Bundy, yes, you remember Al Bundy, Mac? Welcome, guys, welcome. ShortnSpicy Nikks, let's chat. We had karaoke Friday last week. Was it? Yes. And now we're on our regularly scheduled live every Friday at 6 p.m. on TikTok and YouTube, ShortnSpicy Nikks YouTube channel. We've made it to another Friday. Yes, we have. How's everyone? Married with children. Yes, married with children. That was it, Maki. So, guys, I'm here on YouTube as well as TikTok. YouTube, I look a little blurry because I don't have the camera. Where the camera there, I am? The camera is downstairs in the studio, but I don't feel like going downstairs today. And outside would be perfect, but my son disassembled the patio set and everything, and it's all put away for the winter weather that we're foreseeing. Right? So I'm here in my room in the comfort of my bed, just chilling. You see me clearly? Okay, Mackie. That's all that matters, as long as you're seeing me good. So come on in and tap up the screen, guys, on TikTok. Over here on YouTube, share it out as well. And click the like button. Comment. Share. TikTok, click the guest button if you would like to come up in the box. Siobhan, welcome, my moderator. Let me see if I can share it out some more. And then let's get started. Love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. Love and marriage, love and marriage. Are people still getting married? Kamala, wagwan, me done talk. You good? You good, Gusums? Long time, I follow you. You good? Bless up yourself, you know. Hope everything is good, mama. Sweet Pea, welcome. Are people still getting married for love anymore, guys? Sweet Pea, thank you. God bless you. Thank you guys for being here. There's so many other platforms here on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere else you guys could have been. but you chose to stop by today, and I thank you guys. I welcome you. You know, when you're a child growing up like a young girl, and you start plan out, I don't know about you guys, but thank you, Kamala, for the follow back. In Jamaica, we used to play this game where we count the we count until the person says stop, and when we reach that number, that's the number we're gonna go around. I don't even remember how you play that game, and that's how we used to play to say what age we're gonna get married, how many children we're gonna have, the first initial of the person we're gonna get married to, where we're gonna live, where we are going in a house, shack, or what type of car we're gonna drive. Yes, as a young girl growing up, I loved playing that game. I don't know that game. Siobhan, when you born? Gen Z. Yeah, baby. And just born, baby. My God. Breast milk still there on your mouth. Osh. Okay, well, there was that game. And boys and girls used to play it, okay? Oh, Siobhan, you know me, I play with you. Stephanie, welcome. Did someone propose to you? Area do, Father God. Do we still believe in love and marriage anymore? I want you guys to be interactive, so click the guest on TikTok so I can add you guys up in the box. Today is free for all. Everybody, wait, I'm gonna put 18 and over because this has to be an 18 and over conversation. I want no look up it come in here. Want to talk this topic because I see a lot of people getting married and a lot of things going on. And I want to know if people are madly in love and getting married for that reason still. In love, but not so much marriage anymore. I know which kids you're talking about. Yeah, no kids, Siobhan. Today's a no kids, 18 and over. Right? I don't know if you have moderator abilities or capabilities to put it on there, Siobhan. If you do, let me know so I don't have to go searching. Right? And I was on TikTok the other day and I saw a video. I'm gonna play it for you guys to hear it on TikTok. I can't show it, but YouTube, I'm gonna share it with you guys. And there's something called hospice wife. We never hear about that yet. Certain things you see going on in life, there's a word for everything. There's a phrase for everything. What is that? What's going on? Why I keep getting a message? Please use wired headphones. What? Sure. TikTok, leave me alone, yeah. Right? Never heard of it. Me neither, Stephanie. It's the first time I heard it. I'm going to go right into it and play it for you guys to hear it because I never hear nothing like that yet. Hospice wife, 18 and over setting is in your host abilities. Okay. So let me go settings and comment settings. No, that's not where you go. Filter comments. No. Let me see. Let me see host. It's a host right there. Let me see settings. No, I'm not seeing nothing there. Give me a second, guys. Let me see if I could do this 18 and older thing. We don't want no ticky in here now. We don't want no tickies. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Live events. Okay, let me go live events. Nope, that's not it. If not, I'm just going to leave it, guys. So settings, hear your voice, ranking, topic. Let's see what's this for topic. Okay, press that. Comment settings. If anyone could send me exactly where it is, I could change that. That would be really appreciated, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm going to that. Notice board, followers, friend, wallpaper, prioritize, not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. Oh, let me accept you. Okay, Siobhan, I didn't realize. Hope you are still on when I get home. I'll try. I'm gonna be here for like an hour, girl. You still doing your thing though? Guys, I know Kamala from over Facebook when I was on Facebook a lot. I'm still on Facebook, but now I just post. I don't interact as much. I just post. But yeah, strong Black woman. It's very important. Messages and stance. I'm gonna leave it like that, guys. Don't worry about it. Let me just share the video, and I have it here on my other phone, and let you guys hear what this hospice wife is about. We leave it. If anything, we just tell them. We don't have to put the 18 and over. Oh, here it is. And for the silent viewer on YouTube, welcome as well. Thank you for joining. Everyone's hearing me clear, right? Okay. So you guys on TikTok, you're going to hear it off of the YouTube. Let me turn up the volume, but I'm going to let you see the person here on my phone. When they get to 50, they start falling apart. Wait, I'm muted. Tap an eyes. Okay. It's a group of men. When they get to 50, they start falling apart. I found out just by doing this podcast. There's this term called hospice wife. So, right. So I'll give you how it is. Hospice wife. So a hospice wife, basically a man above 50, marries a woman. Finally, he's been playing the field for 50 years, and now he's ready to get married. His body is falling apart. He's got hypertension. He's got diabetes, heart issues, the whole nine, and now he's ready to get married and settle down. So now he marries a woman maybe 10 years younger, or maybe in the same age group, and now he's marrying her, but only for him to have someone to take care of him. What, when they hear me dying trial? That's who's considered a hospice wife. Them a look for your CNA, a living CNA, a living personal support worker. We take care of them all ass. Huh? You're in your 20s and your 30s. You're there with the baby father, the boyfriend, for 1 decade, 2 decades, sometimes 3. You ever see those 54-year-old and 60-year-old partners that have both 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10 children? And then that's when they're going to get married? 6-star General, thank you for the follow. Let me follow you back. But that's when they decide to get married because what? Them plants, so they're not what them call it now, plowing the field anymore. They're not searching. The hunters are no longer hunting. Because they said men are hunters, you know. So them hunting days done. So when everything drop down, when everything drop down, noodle down, that's when them want come tie you up with ring. Oh boy, what's next? I never knew there was a word for it. Hospice wife. When the diabetes kick in, when they're looking for somebody to give them their medication, give them insulin shot, wash and clean them dirty body. Sorry, let me filter. Let me behave myself. Continue tapping up the screen, guys. That's when they get married. Stephanie not laughing. I'm in a laughing business. You're there with the man for how long? You're there with the woman for how long? And they're just playing the field. I will not commit to a commitment. They will not commit to the relationship. But when they feel it done, gone bad already, cha, let me settle down now. Out of their prime. They're no longer in their prime. They're all ran out, ran down. That's when they decide they're gonna. So that's why I wanna ask, that video really spoke to me. It really did. Because I know a lot of women are going through it. I wouldn't want that either. That is very selfish. And not only that, you know, we see a lot of things going on in social media, especially here on TikTok. The Caribbean men that have their baby mothers with 1, 2, 3, 4, how many children, and they refuse to marry them. And they go on the net and find and seduce these either older women within their race or even out of their race. And as soon as them start talk, baby, me want to marry you, you know. A woman that you see a fly down a Jamaica or Trinidad or wherever, Barbie, wherever it is, are married. And them that run Ghana altar got married. And them baby mother will go through them with in the worst of worst. Is not equipped for a marriage. She don't deserve marriage because what? A lot of these people are marrying not for love. A lot of people nowadays, they're not marrying for love. It may seem like I'm negative and there are a lot of marriages going on. But I'm only speaking from what I'm seeing. If you all have a different perspective, please let me know. I want to hear it. They're marrying for all the wrong reasons. Siobhan, you good? Unmute if you want to talk, you know. Okay. Huh? Marrying for all the wrong reason. Some of them just marrying for what you can offer them. A lot are marrying so them can get a green card. Marrying for convenience. My audio off. Okay, rejoin. Huh? I remember growing up, marriage, you well want to get married. Well want to be married. It feels like such a joyous thing, like the next step. You know, your soulmate. You're with your soulmate, and that's just the final step to a wonderful relationship. That's how naive I was. And you think that because two people say they love each other, that's the next step. When I got older, I realized it's not so, because you have a lot of liars out there. You have a lot of narcissists out there that makes you believe they love you so much. But then you hear a lot of people saying, a lot of them saying they don't believe in marriage. Has anyone ever told you guys that? They married for what they think they can get. Exactly. I don't believe anyone is marrying for love anymore. I really doubt it. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm sure it is happening, but I don't believe it's, I don't think it's popular. Yes, and the fun family life, we it's not always that fun. Right? Because I'm in social media watching, I'm seeing all different types of headlines, I'm seeing all different types of stories. Stephanie, it definitely isn't like how it used to be. I don't see it. How come I can't pin your thing? I don't know what's going on with TikTok. I don't see it happening. Lots about narcissists. Yes. I hear people saying that we use that word too much. It's not us that are using the word too much. It's not that we're draining the word. It's because the ratio of narcissists versus people with a good heart and genuine. It's like this. It's like this. Most of the men have wandering eyes. Like I said, guys, I'm also on YouTube, okay? So I'm going to go back and forth. And I'm also going to read some of the comments from that video that we just listened to or watched, okay? To hear the point of view of the viewers, the commenters. And like I said, hit the guest if you have something you want to voice, your own opinion or view on this, and I'll let you up in the box. Most of the men have wandering eyes. They want to fool around. If you're willing, they are able. That's what it is. That's what I see, Mackie. That's all I see. Most of these males want to have their cake and eat it too, as I've been told. They want you to accept, hey, lovely, how you doing? They want you to accept their promiscuity, and still remain loyal to them. I think you guys get what I'm trying to say. They want you to sit down and accept whatever they bring to the table whatever they do outside. And you just have to be a good wife. You have to be a subjective wifey, not even wife, wifey. Cook, clean, be available for when they're ready to come huckle up your body, and spend their time outside with everyone else and give you the least amount of time and affection, and just be happy with that. No complaints. Keep your mouth closed. Because if you ever dare open your mouth and start talking, you're the most miserable person. And they just can't be bothered. And that's their reason for being outside, because they can't take your mouth. They might give you things to talk about, you know. They're home with you for the minimal of time that they're home. They're stressing you out. Because your mother, provider, caregiver, educator, all around, everything. Shayna, welcome, Queen. Thank you for joining. When I come off, I will give you a scenario of what happened to your sister. Okay, no problem, Mackie. Oh, you don't want to share it with everybody. I know you don't really want to be up on that like that. Thank you, Shayna, for being here. Welcome. I hope you like the live, and subscribe as well if you haven't. Okay? Doctor, photographer, cheerleader. Yeah. They want a superwoman at home. And you better dare not let yourself go. You better make sure you're going to gym as well. And your body is, you still have, you have a 6-figure, what them call it? And you have the Coca-Cola back shape, bum, stomach flat, titty out and body out. So you better make sure. Hair done, nails done, everything. All of that. I know how, and I will have to go soon. Company coming. Thanks, next time. No problem, Stephanie. Okay, Siobhan was telling you that. Okay. I'm in the box if you want to talk. Okay. We are dealing with a lot of narcissist and narcissistic personality individuals. Thank you, Shana. Thank you so much. And this is why most relationships are the way they are. Because you always have one doing exceedingly above and beyond their scope of the relationship, while the other is giving bare minimum. And seems like they're never satisfied. Heartbroken once, never to happen again. Play with me. Oh, God. I'm getting a call. No problem, Siobhan. Way too many of them nowadays. The ratio between narcissists and what would you call it? An empathetic personality. It's very broad. And there are more narcissists out there than there are emotionally balanced individuals in the world. I only got my other broken why, and I promised that would never happen to me again. Them suddenly. Sorry, Gracie, I didn't see your comment. Them suddenly what? I didn't get that last part. Gracie, if you want to come up and speak in the box. Oh, I just sent you an invite. Cheerleader, I mean, Lovely, if you want to come up to send the invite, because I would like to hear what you guys have to say. I don't have to be the only one speaking, and so I don't have to repeat what you guys are saying. Let's have a conversation, because a lot of us, we are the voices, right? We're speaking from experience and from what we see. I will join on my motivation account, no problem. Banned from going live. Okay, no problem. CC, blessings. Send me a request if you guys want to come up. Oh yes, okay, I sent you by accident. Who was it? But come up if you want. Gracie, welcome. Gracie, can you hear me? Like, oh, it's her internet. I could see it only shows one bar. But you guys could come up, and more than I'll have more than one. Let me see the guesting. Let me put the grid to more, so that more than one person could come up in the box. Right? Okay, there we go. So you guys send your. You can hear her? I can't hear her. Can't hear anything at all. Marriages are not promoted anymore. And mostly in our black family, in our race, I don't see it happening. And our children are suffering from it. Our children are suffering dearly from it. No problem, Stephanie. I saw a next video the other day with some young men. They're playing and they're talking to each other, and they're like, let's see which one of us can call our dad and see who picks up first. Which one of us can get our dad to answer the phone first. And when one of them, when the phone rang and their dads, both of their dads answered at the same time, and the excitement that these two young adult males had from not being failed by their fathers not answering the phone, right? When it was like such a relief to hear their dads on the next line, that even us, the viewers, because when you go in the comment section, everyone's like, yes. It was like a sigh of relief, and you could feel it. You seen that, Cece? And you felt it from in the comments that it was mainly black people, black women, black mothers, black females, just so happy that they weren't disappointed that their dads answered the phone. Black men are failing us, guys. Black men are failing us. But I want to applaud the black men, the few that are making us proud. Most black men, I hear, they always come with, it's either they want to be Muslim, they curse Christianity, because they say Jesus this and Jesus that and Jesus this, but they accept the Muslim religion. Why is that so? More than anything, because in the Muslim religion, it's accepted to have more than one wife. They say it's a jail. They feel like they're in jail when they have to commit to one person. But if you dare go out of the relationship and be with the next person, you're considered the worst type of animal ever. And you know what rhymes with snitch? It starts with B. And you're scorned and everything. Yes, Cece, that is it. They don't want to admit it. Most of them will not admit it. But that's exactly why. Because of the Muslim religion allowing more than one wife. So they should have 2, 3, 4 females at beckon to them, hand and foot waiting for them, while those same females have to share their one little measly A. They have a superiority complex. A lot of our black men up here, they're very selfish. Very selfish. Heartless and selfish to us black females. And it's because they expect us to be submissive to them, while they will never commit to just us, one of us. Add, you could say something. Let me hear what you have to say, motivation. I'll mute. Wait. I believe you know what I think? Wait. No wonder I wasn't hearing. That's why I wasn't hearing. Gracie, can you say something? Okay, I don't know where Gracie. Say something, motivation. Say something. Okay, I can hear you now. I think my Bluetooth was on. Okay, the whole time. I can hear you now. She just muted herself. not all the time you have to call the person out on their nonsense, but acknowledge it for yourself because you don't want that cycle to repeat itself. Moreover, people who play those type of mind games, they love when you feel like like they're superior to you, when they feel like, oh, if I do this, I'm hurting her. Something will be hurting me. I won't even let you know it's hurting me. I just take away myself. But that's the thing, like you're supposed to be in a relationship where you're supposed to be comfortable with speaking to your partner and letting them know, I don't like this, or this is affecting me, this hurts, vice versa. And you work with each other to make each other happy. And you know, you sacrifice certain things. You get me? That's why it's called that's why it's called a union. So there isn't supposed to be no type of mind games with the person that you're sharing your life with if you both mean the same thing for each other. And like you said, Cece, it's called growth for real. A lot of us, we weren't taught, you know, a lot of us weren't taught how to be an adult, what to expect in a relationship. It's like a generational curse that keeps going and going and going. And even though most of us or some of us were in a two parent household, we saw them, for the most of it, I'm speaking from my part, we saw them sticking together no matter what. I saw my father and my stepmom getting into it, per se, hearing of him cheating, but then still seeing them together. Most of us grew up in these kind of toxic relationships from our parents, generations before us, and see them work it out. So we think that we're supposed to give grace and work things out. You get me? They weren't sitting us down and speaking to us and say, value yourself. All my father used to tell me, and I'm a the narcissist. All he used to tell me, don't worry about boy, when he sees that I'm interested in boys. Around high school time. You know, you're a teenager, you have your hormones, and you want boy, you want boyfriend or whatever. Don't worry about man, take your book, education, and would beat you with a book about education. When you grow up and you have your degree, a peer man a go want you, a peer man that's all my wicked father used to tell me. And no matter how much him sing that in my head, me still want man, me still want boyfriend. Me no want wait till then. And right now, me feel like me want hug up and kiss up and things. While he was the one causing all the trauma in the home. So what are us young girls and even young boys supposed to go out there and do when we weren't taught? But there's a point when you get older, like you said, Cece, and you have a mind of your own, and you can no longer blame your parents, right? Or whoever brought you up, or lack thereof, and know what it feels like for yourself and what you want. But what I see mostly, these men, I don't know about females, but maybe a man could come on the panel and speak from a man's perspective and his experience. But what I've seen is all these males want is to out there either spreading their seed or changing girls like more than how them change them underwear. And have 1, 2, 3 baby mother out here. Have you at the home doing everything, working like a slave, taking care of everything. and you sit down and take on the color of the wall while they go out there and play the field, and then come and tell you that they love you, but they don't believe in marriage. Things that you tolerate as a younger self, you will not as you grow. You understand more. Tell me about it, Cece. Tell me about it, Cece. You see what I explained to you about the stepmother and whatever things and the promiscuity and the cheat and all of that? I say it every day. Thanks be to God. I don't have any of those STDs and those stuff or lifelong ailments from what promiscuity brings. I've affected by being cheated on, and there's another child that was produced while in the same relationship. But thank God I don't have those type of things, lifelong things to live with, because of giving grace to an individual that did not deserve it and doesn't believe that they need to marry you, but want you to give them husband treatment. Thank God we're older and wiser. And it's when we reach certain age, late 30s, 40s, and we realize this, some of us have wasted decades, double-digit years with the one that we wanted to get married to. We had our children with those type of individuals. And then the ones that also are in our age group or a little older, or even if they're younger, I see them on social media. I see them all over chastising us, saying that we wasted our years with man when I want we. After I breed out, I have 2, 3, 4 pitney, and at that stage, you don't want no more. That time, you don't want if you come, you don't want come tie with on I'm married. I've heard them say that. So you see me, I'm thankful to God that I'm content in the position that I am right now, and that I have my children. I was able to produce and have children, and I could enjoy my children and watch them grow and wait for my grandchildren, and just live a good life, a stress-free life. Marriage to me is not as important as it used to be when I was younger, to be honest to you guys.
Honest with you, I would never get married again. And to be honest with you as well, I could be wrong, but I believe. I believe only the first marriage counts in the eyes of God. I know people who married for the second, third, and fourth time, and to each his own. I only do this shit once. If I were ever to get divorced, what the hell did I remarry for? Remarry for what? No, hell no. I wouldn't. Can't be bothered. Life's too short. Either we're doing it right the first time or we're not doing this shit at all, sir. Straight up.
And I think each case is different too, motivation. I think each case is different because it may not have worked the first time, but the second time it worked, or it may not have worked the second time, but you know what I mean? Each case is different. But it's so hard to put yourself back in that mode again, being excited to start something new, not knowing what to expect, and still hoping for the best. I've only been in one long-term relationship, and that, I wouldn't say it has taken away any chance for me ever being with someone again, but the chances are slim to none. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna say I crossed it off and say it will never happen. I just feel like I need to heal a whole lot and be okay. And my God, it's hard. I don't want to fall in no love again. More stand up in a love. Me no want to do no falling in love. Because the last time I fall in love, I almost fall in my grave. It might sound funny the way me say it, but me I tell you a real life thing. And who wants to give their life like that? Who wants to open up their heart like that again for another possibility? You get me?
That's why you always see me put God alone. I judge alone, man. Remember me tell you, as we go through some stuff, and if I don't put Father God alone, remember me tell you, I wouldn't be here because Father God am my everything, and I'm His everything, and amen and amen and amen again. So when it comes to life and how things happen and how unfold, I give God thanks because I'm still living and learning.
Blessings, Conroy.
Anyone to give up on love, or they should not go after whatever it is they desire. At the same time, self-love are the best love. Some people call it selfish, we call it self-love. Because if I'm not taking care of me and I'm not being a good, how can I be a good me? I can't. It's not possible. You're not gonna get the whole me and the full me and the 100% authentic love if I'm not giving that to me first. So me first before my kids, me first before everybody other than Father God. That's the only about me is God.
Amen.
Because with Him, God will direct your path. You know that's how God works, and God works through relationships. And the next thing I want to say quickly, on to myself, who's been through a failed relationship more than once, I had to do the work. People keep saying, "Oh, things get better over time." That is rubbish. So things get better over time when people put in the work to make things get better. And regardless if that's counseling, therapy, whatever it is for you, because I'm not a lawyer or a judge or a doctor. You understand?
Yeah.
I'm an early childhood educator. And one thing I do understand with my profession that I chose, impact that a child endures, both positive and negative, as a child. Because remember, when you're born in the world as an infant, it's trust versus mistrust, as an infant. So we're learning a lot of stuff before we even know how to walk and talk, guys. You understand? Our neurons are hard at work. So within the first 5 years, I believe the first 5 years last the rest of your life. Those first 5 years really mold mentality and a lot of things within as a little baby.
100%. 100%. They say that I've learned that saying, and that saying was repeated on the advertisement here in Canada from when I started having children. And I always thought about that. Always thought about it. The first 5 years are the most important years of your child's life.
Yes.
I never forget that saying.
They say the years before 5 last the rest of your life, and I believe
it's true. 1 second. Let me read what Mackie had said. I forgot two of her comments. Our children, as we're talking about children, our children suffer immensely because of these ball, Lord have mercy, these sackless grown boys waiting to become a man. What's the other one? She said, you could be the Queen of England and the man don't want to be faithful. They still want. Yes, it's true. It's true. And some of them will not leave you alone. Some of them know they don't mean you no good. And they cannot commit to you. Us as females, us as women, are we? Because if they could, they would have their cake and eat it too for the rest of them life. That I never understood that until I realized on my own for real. Them nah go leave you alone. You think say, oh, then leave me alone. If I them yeah wait pan for leave you alone, Jesus have His mercy. A real thing. A real thing.
I'm done.
I want to you. I don't play that game either. When me say me done, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was weak. Thank you, Lady Rose. Welcome, welcome. I was weak because, like I said, a lot of us already grew up in some toxic environments. So what we believe to be the norm is not the norm. So we were already bruised and traumatized and not taught right from wrong that we needed to be taught. They only tell us to stay at school, go to school and leave, man. That's all of them problem. Instead of worry about us and our emotions and our mental health, all them did I worry about are the boy them outside. And it's a peer girls grew up in the house when me did I grow up in my time. All my mother, my stepmother and my father worry about how we and we front and out there with man. And now I realize how them are traumatized we in the house. And look like say me and my bigger stepsister get the worst at it, me I tell you. Cause you know, me I live with mental illness, anxiety and depression. And I go through the most stressful life.
You're talking about right there. A lot of people don't understand the severity of anxiety and depression.
Yo,
My
bro.
advice to everybody: not focus too much on the future because that's how you develop anxiety. Depression comes hard. There, that's the window that's in front of you. That's life.
That's the
The other
biggest
one is
one.
bigger. Yeah, and the biggest one, the future one, is showing what one in front of you.
The ones at the ones at
Where
it
the mirror is.
the ones at the side and your blind spot is to check for the danger.
Absolutely.
And it's to get a glimpse. You get me? It's to get a quick glimpse.
Check before you make a move.
It's for a quick glimpse. Yeah. But we have to keep ahead.
If the woman is toxic, she gotta work on herself. Because remember, you cannot fix something you don't acknowledge within thyself, yes? That's the first step. You gotta acknowledge the person have to acknowledge what the problem is. Because if we don't acknowledge the problem, we can't fix the problem.
Justin, it's for either man or woman. We're not just here to say, you know, men are bad, women are good. We're talking about the mankind itself. I'm not here to you know, go against one or the other. We're talking about mankind on its own. Because like I said earlier, you have men that are the ones that are dedicated and loyal and look for the same thing as some us women right here are talking about. Right?
Question remains: does that woman acknowledge that she's a toxic person?
It's the person themselves we're talking about. Which means it's much deep rooted. So seeking support are imperative.
I agree. I did the work and it was worth it. I had to go to counseling. The way I was obsessed with my ex, it was not healthy. And let me tell you guys from experience, when you break up with a narcissist, it's completely different from when you break up with a regular guy. It's so different. I'm laughing about it now, but I wasn't laughing about it 18 years ago. I was falling out my eyeballs and not eating and losing weight. I
You
can laugh about it now because God is good and God is able.
eh? Right now I'm going through my healing. And that's why I put myself out there to talk about this, because this is helping me along my healing journey as well. And I'm sure it can help a lot more people that are actually going through it or have been through it. We can help each other. You get what me I say?
You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You know what I realized with myself? It's when I went back to college. I'm not just I only went to college once, but when going back to school and working on myself and doing counseling and just really feeding into my spirit and my soul and being the best me that I can be for me, that is when God sent the person that is right for me.
Exactly.
Because I didn't just jump up and decide to date somebody else time around when I met my husband. I took the time, I did the work with myself, and I made sure I know exactly what I want and what I didn't want so that when the person came, I could identify.
Exactly. I'm glad you brought that up. And that's why I'm at the position that I'm at too, because that's exactly how I feel. It's not safe for us to jump from one relationship to another one. It never is. There's something called a rebound. And it might work out for some, but listen, you have to make sure that you are healed to some point so you can pick out, like you said, choose wisely. You can't be affected and vulnerable and jump into something just like that after just being scarred. Battle scars have to heal up a little bit. We have to work on it.
And you know why you need that time between the relationships? That's the where you're gonna grow. And gentlemen, for guys and girls, that's where you're gonna do your growth. That's where you're gonna grow. Because if you sit down and ask yourself the tough questions and say, okay, that went south. What role did I play for that to go south? Where do I take accountability? Guys, this is how I was able to literally 6 years with one person, have 2 kids, failed relationship, jump back into another relationship several years later, have 1 kid, 3 year relationship, and still say, you know what, this ain't it, and I could freaking walk off and have no regrets. You know why? Because I take full accountability. I acknowledge what it is. I sit with the feeling. Doesn't matter if my body feels like it want to go do whatever, do. I ignore that feeling, go take a cold shower.
Some people don't like the feeling. They have to be with somebody. You're hitting all the points, girl. It's like they have to be with somebody, and they think that that's what's gonna erase. No, it's gonna suppress it.
But that also comes from something as well, right?
What?
Like how you spoke about the way that you're being raised. So when I say like supports and things like that, for example, if you're seeing a therapist, that's why they're there to kind of ask you those questions and get the information that they need to kind of pick, and they pick and they pick and they see things that you never even realized, the reasons why you're reacting the way that you do, the reasons why you accept certain things that you do. So when people jump from relationship to relationship, okay, that could probably fall under abandonment issues.
Exactly.
And what does that look like from when you were a child, right? So everybody's experience. I mean, I don't like to judge. And I do have like to them always have to be in a relationship, or they start dissing their children for a man, or this and that. Like it's like where I don't do it, and I get it. Other people do it, and I don't want to say that it's wrong or it's right, but I always feel that speaking to somebody can actually help you kind of figure out why you do the things that you do.
I can tell you from experience, it's wrong. And it doesn't fix the problem.
No, it doesn't fix it. But it helps you, like you said, to acknowledge it, right? And to actually see it. Because a friend just telling you, like, oh, why are you doing that? Like, that's not gonna help.
And guess what too? If you see when you said Cece about not judging, there's nothing in the Bible that says we shouldn't judge. It says to judge righteously. We all judge. It's called discernment. And we all need to.
It's just the way that I accept. Like if somebody tells me something, I don't question it. I just let it be.
Mm-hmm. Listen, a lot of people don't like to hear the truth. Right? A lot of people don't like to hear the truth, and sometimes they need it. What you have to say, they need that part, but they don't want to hear it. We have to judge, or else we would just be living our lives in circles if we're not having discernment to choose right from wrong. And as long as you're not being and as long as you're not being insulting, you're telling them the truth. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the delivery is also important too.
Yeah.
The delivery and how it's being said needs to be, because remember what I've told you, like the line of work that I do.
Yeah.
I can't find myself because it's very difficult working with the vulnerable people, right? And they're homeless, and they they have the addictions, and they have I've gone, like, I've seen so much deaths. I've done so much CPRs. I've done so much, like, I've done so much, but it's like they didn't come out the womb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just let it be. They have reasons amongst reasons and reasons on top of reasons as to why they do what they do.
Yeah.
You understand? So I guess it's how you approach a situation.
Yes.
And how delivery.
Yes.
You know.
It's not about what you say, it's how you say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always,
Yeah.
always.
I want to add something to that. I noticed because if I'm able to save my own life, so far so good, I'm able to have others open their eyes and say, hey, life is precious. Now, um, I'm your mom, and I just said something to you. Okay, so what I'm saying to you guys is that when someone came to me recently, and I'm not gonna say a name or anything in surface level, she came to me and she said, "Oh, I would really want your help. This is what's happening, and I want to make a positive change in my life." The first thing I asked her is, "Hey, are you doing any form of exercise?" And she said, "No." That's a problem. I'll tell you the main reason why that's a problem. I can't help you until you put the first step to tell yourself you're important and you count to do that 30 minutes. I don't care if you want to go for a walk. I don't care if you want to do some stretches. Today, I decided to only do core exercise. My core this week, I need to strengthen my core. I'm going to work on that. I need you to do something for you first before you come to me. I can't help you and I can't prepare you for the information I'm about to give you because you're not ready to receive it. That's what it is. Some people may say, "Oh my gosh, how could you come off like that? And why wouldn't you just give her the advice and talk to her for the session and take her money? I charge $70 per hour. I'm not going to take your money just because you're offering me your money. I'm here for real, for real. I'm a real person, and I want to help you to real life to make your life become what you actually want and desire it to be."
But that's what Cece is saying too, though. It's how you say what you're saying to the person. It's your delivery.
Yeah. And I think also there's a difference between help and support, right? So you can support somebody. So from my social work, like what I do now is you'll always hear client centered. So you're working with the client instead of for them. So it's kind of like when you're sitting down with them, you have to meet them where they're at first.
Yep.
And then also let them kind of participate more into what they want to do. And then you just support them by making the referrals and like speaking with them and coming up with ideas. If they don't follow, it's up to them. It's
Exactly.
not for you to take on.
Exactly.
Right?
And I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So guess
Yeah.
what? She has 4 weeks. That's a 1 whole month. She has 4 weeks.
Okay.
To
Yeah.
get into a routine and start doing that 30 minutes. And like I said, within that
Okay.
30 minutes, you put on some music,
Right.
shake your butt. I don't care. Shake your booty. Have fun. Do
Yeah.
something for
Yeah.
30 minutes. That is physical
And that's something
activity.
that she brought to you that she was interested in doing, or like this
No.
is something that she wants you to kind of like kickstart, like kind of give her a little oomph.
No, remember, my client
Yeah.
came to me as
Yeah.
I'm a life coach and she looking for help in other areas. So she
So
didn't
what's her
talk to me about
interest?
anything
Oh, okay.
about the
Okay.
physical.
Okay.
Because of the way
Oh.
we are as human beings. For me to
Yeah.
even condition your mind the way it needs conditioning and give you the information I need you to receive, I first got to prepare you. And you got to prepare yourself by doing something physical. Because physical activity goes so much beyond just a physical activity. It does wonders for depression. It does wonders for anxiety. It does wonders for the brain. It does wonders for the memory. Physical activity is, oh my God, it even increases the longevity of your life. Like, if you want to go more in detail, if you add an additional 1 hour of exercise each day to your life, you just added an additional 4 years to your life. Like, that's crazy. It's crazy, but it's true.
But the thing is, though,
that might not be her thing, though. She probably can try to find some other outlet that can kind of help her.
She started. And you know what? The cool thing about that, people need to learn the difference in life. Things happen. That's okay. You need to learn to rest, but don't quit and pick up.
I like that part. I've always said that, and they might you could bend, but don't break. Don't break. Bend and take time outs, but don't completely shut off and give up. That's what the devil wants too.
Oh
That's what
yeah.
the enemy wants. When you stop, then you're stagnant, right? But taking breaks, there nothing is wrong, and everyone reaches a certain point on their time. We have to be able to, you know, uh, encourage people to take one step at a time, not overwhelm them, one step at a time, and be accepting, right? And encouraging, and be sensitive, be more empathetic. You get what I'm saying? Because from my personal experience, when you go through certain things and you know what your body feels like, you know what it feels like to be overwhelmed. You get me? I'm able to more look at someone else's position and kind of have a feeling of what they're feeling. You get me? Kiona, welcome. Thank you for joining. So that's why most people, therapists and stuff, you have to actually go through certain things, in order to understand someone else. Because if you don't have experience, how are you gonna like advise someone else? But you also have to remember the stages and the steps that it took for you, and it's not all a rush. So we have to learn to be a little more empathetic too. You get what me as a motivation?
Yes, I understand your point of view.
And have patience too, for real.
I agree with that
Hmm.
because that makes sense to me. The only thing I would add to it is that just like the young lady here in the box, you can have the education in a field to work with certain people without even going through those things yourself. You can educate and help. You don't have to necessarily because you already went through that same experience because you've had enough knowledge to avoid those experiences, be a wise person and learn from someone else, or
Mm.
even be smart and learn from yourself. So educated in one area is fine. It doesn't mean you'll always be able to relate to your clients on a level to say you've been here, done that, because some of the things that they've experienced, I've never experienced in real life.
Neither have I.
Time, exactly.
Neither have I.
No,
I don't have no substitute use. I don't have like it's bad.
but do you get what I'm saying though? That's why.
Jesus.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why when a person who has gone through, say like
So
so
it's lived experience, Shorty, is what you want to say.
basically,
Lived experience
basically.
in that field, like when it comes to that types of like in that career, that area. That's why most organizations, like, or not most, but some organizations like to hire people with quote unquote lived experiences.
Yes. But that
Right?
doesn't mean you don't have empathy for the people you help.
Yeah.
No, not saying you don't, right?
You don't
But
have it,
with lived experience, it comes with a different mindset.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's from
Yeah.
lived experience.
And they've gone through it.
They've gone through it.
Healed,
Yeah.
they know what works and what how to speak
You
to the
get me?
clients. You know, like there's a certain vibe, there's a certain
Energy. There's a certain
yes.
energy. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see it all the time and it's like
Yeah. It's like, oh, okay.
I don't have the experience.
And you don't have to.
My clients.
And you don't have to. It's just like being.
Talk to them and gentle with them and just but I can't say I've experienced half of the things. They're strong.
But
I'm telling you. Like,
but the thing is, you don't have to with certain things. Just like a nurse, nurses and doctors, they don't have that doesn't require lived experience. That's just all book work, and then they practice on you know what I mean. So it depends on what we're dealing with, right? So lived experience can work in a certain field where education, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Direct,
Yeah.
from
I
mindset.
definitely agree.
L-
I think the things that I was mentioning earlier about if you get tired, you need to learn to rest and not quit. I was speaking very literal, very very literal. Like I'm talking about even myself. Where something happened, and I am so frustrated and stressed out and crying about it. And my stepmom would say to me, Nikki, you need to just go and lay down and sleep. Take a shower and go to sleep. Or go to sleep and then take a shower, whichever order works for you. Literally, sit up, get your pillow, put your head on your pillow, lay down, and sleep.
That's the lived experience
Yeah,
part because you're saying that, and I know exactly what you're talking about because that works, that goes for me too. You get me? Especially if you're ever like being so overwhelmed with being a mother and at one point a single mother, and we do have to take our time to just relax or else we will burn out. You get me?
And maybe mommy was also tired. So you see that?
You get
She
me?
just tell you, just go lay down, you know? She was probably frustration and this and that.
One moment, guys. Let me read what Mackie has to say here on YouTube. Guess what? They know that the person that they are fooling around out there is not loyal to them. That's why they won't leave us alone. Jesus. Woo! I don't even want.
hold on, access. I'm turned on that. I try to get away from them as soon as possible because I get disrespectful. I get rude. I get real rude. I'm like if I don't like you and you do something like really turn me off from you, buddy, you better run, run like a thief in the night. Run.
Guys,
I'm not gonna be pretend. I can't do the pretend.
thank you so much, guys. I'm so thankful that you both came up in the box. It's 7:30. I'm gonna have to cut this short. It was a wonderful conversation. So, Cece, what do you think about the love and marriage? Are you still do you still look at it as the way you were growing up, and were you ever excited about getting married, and do you think that people are marrying for love anymore?
So funny that you mention it because I've had people, like both male and female, say like, you know, you're a good woman. I can see you, somebody just, you know, getting you, somebody marrying you, and blah blah blah. But I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those women that I can say like as like, oh, when I was a little girl,
Mhm.
I want to have the big wedding. I don't think about it. When people ask me, I'm like, I kind of don't care to. If it happens, it does. I'm not trying to, although some people make it their goal, I should say. And I'm old. I'm in my 40s. So
Same here. Same here. Them say we old. Them say we are granny, Cece. Them say we old.
Listen, I'm older. I'm in my 40s, but I look really young, okay? So.
I'm 45. I'm not afraid of my age.
Oh, no, Nicole, I just.
What?
Oh, no way.
I'm I'm 46 in December. Coming in the next 2 months, I'm gonna be 46.
Wow.
I was a little kid. I felt like you were so much older than me, but not much older than me. I'm 40.
You're 40. You thought I was way older, eh? Yeah, because me I live big life for even by me. Yeah, yeah, Nikki. That's why because me been living independent and big life. Yeah, yeah. That's why.
I just turned 43.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so we're all
Around the same age group, like
around the same age group.
yeah,
Yes. So
mature women.
we are mature women and we
Yeah.
understand a lot and we've gone through a lot. And like I said, we have our boundaries and we have standards. And it's not having high standards, it's more taking care of yourself and know what you understanding what you deserve and what you're worthy of.
Yes.
You know?
Amen.
So I literally have conversations with, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, in regards to what you just said, the same rules and boundaries that I put in place for other men, like men overall when I was single, they had a problem with it. And you know why they had a problem with it? Because they know that they weren't about to meet those boundaries or meet my expectations or my prerequisites. They know they couldn't meet it. So they try to break me down so that they could just get right over the little picket fence. And I wasn't about that. So when I met my husband, made sure I pulled out my pen and paper, and he got nervous, and he's like, "Oh, you gonna size me up?" I said, "Call it whatever you want." So I got some questions. Right. I got some serious questions here because I'm not here to play. Right. At the time, I was. I was done playing. Oh. No, by the time I got married, I was.
What?
Oh, that kind of young still.
Hey, well, that's good. Gracie, look how long Gracie be up here. And Gracie. Gracie asleep long. No long. Gracie just up here.
Oh, Gracie's here.
Not hear one word. But Nikks.
Yeah.
We can get to a point in the Black community where we, when I say we, I'm talking more so to the males because I'll be damned if I propose to a man, and I'm not knocking any woman who does, but I am me, and there's certain things I'm just not gonna do. That's a man's job. I'm sorry, I'm old school. So I'm not gonna ask a man on a date, and I'm not going on my knees and saying, "Sir, would you marry me?" No, you kiss my ass. If you're not going down on.
Hey, girl, I want Christian place this, you know. It's a family platform, this, you know, my girl. I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, me know what you said. Them want to be princess. Them want to be the princess. Yeah, they want you to bow down and submit or whatever them want to call it. But make them go and wait. Anybody they could find out there to do that, kudos to them. But thank God for experience, and thank him for showing us that that he loves us, and we could realize that we could love ourselves more than any man or woman, even men out there that are looking for a good woman. Only God can love you enough for you to love yourself so that no one else can overstep your boundaries again. I had to learn that personally. So I'm thankful for the position that I'm at. And anyone else who is not there yet, just put yourself into God's hand. Seek him first, and you will get that. I learned that at a late stage after going through a whole lot of pain. But guess what? It was the right time for me. It was the right time. See him so. I have my 4 children, them, and I don't regret any of them. I say it all the time. If I was ever awoken before having eaten my last child, or even my third, second, whichever, they probably wouldn't be here. You get me? So everything happens for a reason, and you're still alive. You can get better. You hear me? Life is there for us to live. Don't ever count yourself out. As long as you put God first and put yourself the next. Don't worry about no marriage or nothing. Put it in God's hands. And don't settle for less. Do not settle for less. And that's all I have to say. I still believe that you could marry for love, but it's very hard. It's very hard. I just feel it's very hard. The field is very hard because people that are together right now, they've been together for years or whatever, in order to get into a new relationship and learn to know who this person is. I saw that James in the comment had said, Justin had said, sometimes it takes a long time before you find out who your partner is, and then it's too late. That's what I went through, Justin. There were signs, but guess what? Like I said, when you're trying to give people grace, when you're trying to be, accepting and be patient, sometimes patience run out and you just have to run. Because not everybody wants to change. Some people think they're fine the way they are and they don't want to change. You hear me?
Honestly, I told my partner 9 years I've been married to him, 12 years together, anytime date night end, you're not taking me out and showing me off, marriage is over. Date night ends and we don't do date night no more, there's no marriage. You know why? Because that means the kids are gonna get big, they're gonna grow up and go to college, and me and I are not gonna have anything in common.
That deep.
That deep. Hey, wait now. I will listen to me. You see when the boy when the man them when we have with kids them we don't so come bully we and we have to sit down and accept everything. Then the poor little soft man then we decide for marry we come bully them. Jesus. The tables turn now. We come take charge. I say, listen to me. Date night next week are it done. We turn the aggressor now, Oh God. But God bless you guys. Thank you. Like I said, I have to run right now. I'm sorry I have to cut it. But it was my pleasure having you guys in the box, and thank you for joining and spending an hour and a half with me.
So one last thing, Christian lady, you're not gonna go see Buju with me?
But yeah, yes, Missy Buju one little clip yesterday, same day at Canada for real, you know.
He's here. I don't know. I know you're in Canada with me, but I don't know. I posted the video. He came a couple of nights ago. I posted the video. My God, I'm excited.
Are you kidding me? Have fun, girl. Have fun.
Yes, I will post.
I have a few. Buju not too bad because Buju not in the whole, you know, ragamuffin, violent, explicit and so. Buju mostly sing conscious, so yeah, not bad. Bad and too bad.
It's gonna be nice. But anyways, I thought you'd just come with me. Yes,
where is he gonna be?
He's at Scotiabank Arena, Toronto.
When?
Sunday.
How much for ticket?
The tickets are dear.
Okay, so you can post it and me will watch it. Okay. Blessings to Noah Castillo.
I will do that.
Yes, blessings.
Well, thanks for having us here.
You're welcome anytime. Eh?
Tell Rambo I said
Your problem, you know, I will. Kiana, bless up yourself. Motivation, bless up. Next time, okay? Love you guys. We'll talk.
Okay, love you. Have a
Good night. We're blessed and highly favored. Good night, guys. Good night.
Okay,
Ciao, ciao, ciao. Good night, guys, on YouTube. Buju, me can't afford you. Have a blessed night and a great weekend, Mackie. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you guys. Bye.